Welcome in, guys. How's everyone doing this morning? Or afternoon, wherever you are. Morning for me, so I'm still working on my coffee. Hi, White Dove. How are you? I had a little bit of a sleep in this morning. Sam thought he would have to message you guys on Discord and say that we're starting later. But I got up. The sun is shining. It feels good. Yeah, sleeping was good. You're so welcome, Dust. That was so much fun yesterday. I love meal requests. 100% love them. Sam says...
After yesterday, I was like, Caitlin, we gotta keep this recipe around for like when we have a lot of fish.
Yeah.
It's
It was
tasty.
really good.
Like, really tasty. That's a good recipe.
You did good, Dust. You did good. Okay, so today we're doing some cookbook cookery. Doing up a little bit of lunch for Sam and I.
It'd be better if I had wine in it.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would eat again. And yeah, since ours was like the budget-friendly version and didn't even have wine or like mussels or scallops, so we could have even made it better. 100% would eat it again. Love it. I think it's better than bouillabaisse.
Yeah.
I like it better.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of a given because I always like Italian food better.
If you wanted any starch, honestly, just put a little bit of orzo in it or something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, that's why you have the garlic bread.
Yeah.
That's why you got it. Okay, cooking out of a very bright and obnoxious book today. And a very fun one at that. If there's any kiddos watching this stream, today might not be the best one, or just keep your volume low, because there might be a couple swear words. Swearing. Swearing. But fuck, that's delicious. That's what we're cooking out of today. Hi, Cookie. How are you? What is explosive crispy chicken? Well, let's find out. It's a first for me. So this is an annotated guide to eating well from a fellow chef, rapper, entertainer of sorts. He's kind of on the down low right now because I just saw that he had a baby recently. First baby, so he's actually living the dad life right now. So I think things have calmed down a little bit. It did, White Dove. It did. Like, Sammy had a second bowl last night after dinner. We had to try it again, and it was way better. It thickened up. It was super good. And yeah, it wasn't overly sweet. You had no idea he was a chef, so this book is basically from his show on YouTube with Vice. It's called Fuck That's Delicious. And they go around and eat all of this delicious food, like around Brooklyn and New York and stuff like that, because that's where he's from. And then this book has some recipes from those episodes that you watch online. It's a fun book to cook out of, let's just say that. Like, there's some super simple recipes in here, like The one recipe that the one thing he would only eat when he was young was like a bagel with toasted cheese on it. So he has that in here. Like there's some super simple things. And I think we should cook out of here more. Okay. Explosive chicken. That's what it should look like. So we're doing a little bit of deep frying today. We're getting messy. Hi, Amani. How are you? And then, I love the description. This is the chicken of all fucking chickens. That sold me right there. I was like, I'm in. I can't even argue with that. Okay. He says, so first off, this serves 4. So that's good for Sam and I because then we get 2 meals for leftovers for lunch during the week. Looks like a lot of seasoning. Yeah, there's a couple different steps for this chicken, which is why I think it is so good. Oh, Amani, I am so sorry to hear that. Sending love and good vibes your way. Yeah, you'll get better, just not now. Those types of things it takes time to heal that stuff. Believe me. Okay, so Sam and I watched the episode of Action Bronson making this with Rachel Ray on her show. It's from 2016. He is so high on the show. It's hilarious. Like his eyes are barely opened. This is what he says. I made this on the Rachel Ray show. Some places call it chicken with pepper. Some call it Chongqing chicken. So this is a Chinese or Szechuan type of dish. He calls it explosive chicken, just like ZNY or ZNY, which is the place where they eat it at. So he tried to recreate it. You were actually watching a show on Vice the other week. What was he doing on it, Elrad? Prime beef ribs. That's what Speed's got going on today? Oh, yeah. Sadly, that's one of the more difficult things for us to find here. I love beef ribs. He says, don't marinate this chicken longer than 15 minutes to like half an hour. They did half an hour on the Rachel Ray show, so calling them out. If you leave it too long, it's gonna be overpowering and it's gonna taste like that Japanese Sakura teriyaki chicken from the mall. That's not what we want. We're making like restaurant quality food here. He says, don't get me wrong, I do love that chicken, but for this, you want a totally different taste. Yeah, that's all they do, Elrad, is go around and eat. Like, is that not the life? You're gonna babysit your niece on Monday. Well, that should be fun. You guys gonna do anything exciting? All right, this is his little other description before we start here. So last time we went to ZNY, we waited almost an hour for takeout. So I wandered off down to the corner to Quickly, which is a bubble tea spot with a bunch of fried things on the menu. I decided to order an almond milk tea, the popcorn chicken, Chinese corn dogs, and fried sweet bananas in spring rolls. And let me tell you something, it was as satisfying as any meal I've ever had. Probably. The popcorn chicken was done so perfectly. There were pieces of all types of white and dark meat, then you sprinkle a hot chili powder on it. They have a bag for it, and then you close it and shake it. Some young Asian dude walked in and said, yo, I can't believe you're at the Quickly, man. That's why you're my hero. Love it. Would we not say the same thing? We'd be like, why is Action Bronson in here? You're my hero, dude. Oh, she's just a baby. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? Okay, so for the marinade, we need soy sauce, rice vinegar, sugar, and our chicken. He uses boneless, skinless chicken thighs here. But guess what? We have bone in and skin on chicken thighs. The only thing I am gonna do is take the bone out, obviously. But I'm gonna leave the skin on. I feel like that's a really good part about fried chicken is the crispy skin. So let's not take the skin off. Doing great. Doing great. Ready to get cooking today. And then the spice mixture. So Szechuan peppercorns, salt, and sugar. And then it gets dredged and fried. So that's a mixture of rice flour, cornstarch, and then we need canola oil for frying. And then cold seltzer water is part of the dredge, or club soda is what I have today. And then finished dish, either scallions or chives chopped up, some more Szechuan chilies, and some cilantro. And he says to serve it with just white rice as a side. So we'll just boil up some rice. And I thought for some kind of vegetable to help digest this. Shut that off. Thanks, dishwasher, for washing the dishes for me. So for the side dish for vegetable is grilled broccoli. And because not all of you have the green egg like we do, I thought we would not grill it on the charcoal today, but use a grill pan inside rather. Because that's a pretty inexpensive way to do grilled vegetables. I think those pans usually go for about $20. I have a couple of Lodge ones. Okay, and then the other little garnishy thing, since we have the frying oil going, I thought we would kind of get some more crispy, crunchy texture and fry up some shallot, garlic, and peanuts to go on top of this. I think it's gonna be so good. Super, super good. You like grilled broccoli with cheese? Yeah, seriously, broccoli and cheese, whether it's grilled or not, so good. But there's something about grilled broccoli that just makes it so much better. I think it's gonna be good. So what we gotta do first is make our marinade. And then we will cut our chicken up. We just wanna go like, he says nice chopstick size pieces. So something bite-sized where you can eat it with your chopsticks and it's not super awkward to try and fit into your mouth. He says about 6 pieces per thigh. Makes sense. That sounds about right. And then we make our spice mixture. And then we can start heating up our fryer. And at that time, I mean, while the chicken is marinating, I think we should get together our broccoli for grilling, get everything like that set up. This should be pretty quick. Like I know I often say that, but this one should be a pretty quick meal to whip up. You will vouch for broccoli and cheese. Yeah, I like cheese with cheese. You guys. Has anyone ever had a type of chicken like this before? I don't think I have, but I have seen it in like Szechuan style restaurants. I have seen it being brought to other tables, but I always thought that it would be too spicy for me. I think the Szechuan chilies are deceiving though. I don't think there's as much spice as we think. I think we should also make a prep list for today. And that way we can stay nice and organized. This recipe is linked as well, so you guys don't have to buy the book to get the recipe. It's under the recipe command, so you can find it for free online. I have a feeling it's gonna be a good one. Okay, so marinade chicken, first step. And then we have our fryer set up, our dredge, and spice mix. Boom. Then our grilled broccoli. Rice. So all of this will kind of cook at the same time on the stovetop. Wow, 6 months, Amani? Hey, Cooking Koalas, how's it going? Was he a singer or chef first? That's a good question, Elrad. I actually am not sure. I feel like he was probably a cook first. Yeah. He signed with Warner Brothers in 2012. And then after that, he started doing like his Vice stuff. Chefing it up. Yes. Oh, Sammy just losing his bones. Oh, same with Cookie. Okay, and then our shallot garlic peanut. Sammy just comes out with like the big guns. He's like, let me just do this. 2 years, 25 days. Already? Okay, we need a bowl to put our chicken and marinade in. And then let's get out our ingredients. I think I'm gonna try and post up my cookbook just in front of me here. Anyone cooking today? It's Sunday. Should be something cooking up. Sunday dinner of sorts. Okay, is this gonna stay? I think so. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yes, Dust. Prime ribeye. Lazy barbecue meatballs, little smokies in the crock pot. Yeah, just one of those don't do anything Sundays. I am actually feeling quite energetic today. But Sundays, I always try to not do too much and just kind of get my mind set up for the next week. I always try and make my weeks better than the last one. That's like one very simple thing that we can do for ourselves each week. Taco salad, yum, Amani. Just finished cooking deconstructed stuffed peppers. Love it. Way easier than actually stuffing them, right? All right, we need a clean bowl. Prime New York strips, mashed potatoes, honey butter glazed carrots, side of béarnaise. Now that is a Sunday dinner, Cookie. And let me ask you this. You're probably wearing your apron all day too, then. Indeed. Okay, soy sauce, rice vinegar, and sugar. Very simple. You get an apron, but somehow your cats would find it and sleep on it. Oh, 100% they would. They would love this. Yeah, little furry bastards. You just have to put it away in the cupboard, and then you won't have cat hair on it all the time. Those dang kitties. don't know. Cookie has cats too. So far, I think he's having success with them not sleeping on it. Yeah, everyone's going to Cookies for dinner. You have a place you're hanging it. That's exactly it. Is I always just keep it hung up. Yeah, just don't say it too loud, Cookie. Yes, koalas. All right, 1/2 cup each of soy sauce and rice vinegar, and then 1/4 cup of sugar. It's gonna be like salty, sweet, and acidic, right? From these flavors that we're putting together right now. Well, that was very simple. Just put that aside for now, and then we can start butchering the chicken. Just gotta debone the thighs. We can put away the soy sauce and the rice vinegar, but we can leave the sugar out. We'll need it for later for the spice seasoning. We're gonna take off. There we go. There's my chicken thighs. So just over a kilo for under $8. That's pretty good. You give this chicken a high thigh instead of a high five. Boom, there's the setup. Then we can just put our bowl just next to the board, but just gonna give this a little whisk to make sure the sugar is dissolved first. Honestly, yeah, when you're doing this type of frying with chicken, I would always choose thighs. They just have the best flavor. And I find they don't dry out as much as chicken breast meat when you're frying it. There we go. Yeah, it's a little more forgiving. Yeah, it has, I mean, all meat is just going up in price, right? $7.69 per kilo for chicken thighs. All right, so deboning these little guys, pretty simple. I mean, we can see the knuckle on each end. There we go. So one knuckle there, one knuckle there. All we gotta do is cut all along the bone and just loosen it out of there. So I'm using a boning knife for this. This knife's like $20 maybe off of Amazon. Not super expensive or anything fancy. And we just want to keep sliding our knife along the bone to release all the meat. And then the only thing we have to watch for is just to make sure that there's no cartilage or anything being left behind. Or bone even, that would be even worse. So let's debone all of these first and then we'll come back and cut them. How did I learn these techniques? Well, for sure culinary school and then just repetition over the years. I'm quite sure that I've cooked butchered hundreds of chickens over the past 9 years or so.
You probably did like 30 on stream already.
Yeah, I've probably done more than 30 on stream. I'm gonna save all of these bones as well. And I'll freeze them and then next time I can use them to make a chicken stock of sorts. We don't wanna waste anything here. I mean, this is the thing, guys, is cooking really isn't super difficult. Like, it shouldn't be as scary as we think it is. A lot of it is you just have to think about how you should do the process first and then just do it properly. So like, it's kind of common sense that you would find the bone and just cut alongside of it to take it out, right? But obviously it's the easier to go from the backside where you can already see the thigh bone sticking out. And then we always want to take off as much meat from the bone so that we can have the most meat to eat.
Most meat to eat.
But like all of the knife movements and stuff, that's just something that I have built into myself over the last years. And you won't really get good at that until you do have the knife in your hand for multiple hours a day, I would say. Many hours it takes, guys, to get to this level. But this is why I try and teach you everything properly so that you do know the best way to do it. Just go slow. Hey, Greek, how's it going? As well as iShot.
If you can find an on-cooking or a professional cooking.
That's my culinary cookbook.
Literally, it's first year.
They teach you everything.
If you can read through this and do everything in this, you can cook basically everything.
I will 100% say you could teach yourself how to cook just from this book. It's like culinary school. The only thing that's like different here is that the instructor is literally reading from the book and showing you how to do it. That's it. So that's all you're paying for. So if you can read a book and follow directions, you can teach yourself how to cook like a professional. It is an amazing book. And this is something I said to Sam like the other day. It's like, I would love to offer like a 1 month or a 3 month or a 1 year course of like how to cook different things.
How to take it all apart.
Yeah, like that's how to take apart a squid. They have all of the pictures in there.
Professional cooking.
Yeah, professional cooking. That's the 7th edition. And they're probably on to like the 11th now because that's 9 years old. That's crazy to think that that's 9 years old already. It's seriously in mint condition. Like I would bring that to school every day, Put saran wrap over the pages so I didn't wreck it.
Have you ever said you break down a lobster?
Yeah.
Step by step, how to do the entire thing.
The only thing you should not follow in there is the meat cooking times and temperatures.
Correct.
Unless you're writing your exam. But other than that, don't follow it because you'll have dry ass meat.
That is all.
That was the only thing the instructors told us to. They're like, we're gonna tell you these temperatures and times, but please do not use them other than when you write your exam at the end of the course. Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing that's changed over the years. But they still teach the curriculum that way. It's kind of silly. And that's why I think, like, these days, you don't need a culinary education to be a chef. See Parton live? Thanks for the follow. There's this little knuckle piece up here that we gotta cut out of the meat. There we go. Okay, we're 3 in. We have 6 to go. Meat thermometers, yeah, exactly. Just do yourself the favor and buy like a $20 thermometer. Oh yeah, it is still, or what, it is 9th? Was mine the 9th or 7th edition? Yeah, basically each section in that book, they kind of divided each course into being a month long. So like for an entire month, we did butchery of all different stuff. Or for an entire month, we learned how to cook vegetables or make soups or any kind of like starch sides. And obviously the cooking the meat. I think your culinary program is only as good as your teachers are. I think that's a big thing too.
As good as your instructors?
Yeah.
100%.
You have an 8-inch meat thermometer? Holy smokes.
I knew more than mine in second year, so I just went back to Jasper and then passed the test.
Yeah, Sam says for his second year of schooling, he already knew more than his instructors. So he just challenged the test. Because why would he waste his time, right? How's it going, Titan? So far, so good. Just doing a little bit of chicken butchery. Still working on my coffee. But the sun is shining today and it just feels really lovely outside. Haven't seen the sun in a little bit. Yeah, I would love to, I mean, down the line, is offer kind of private online cooking lessons to people. Like make it a weekly thing or a monthly thing. What state do I live in? I live in Canada. And I live on Vancouver Island. So that's West Coast. Yeah, private cooking lessons. Two left. Yeah, sunshine. Yeah, stop wishing for snow. You know what? You can wish for snow, Titan, but it's not gonna happen. We already had our one snowfall. It only happens once, because now it's just way too warm out. It snowed like 3 times. Oh yeah, Vancouver has gotten like a beating of snow compared to us on the island. You guys got rocked. Same with you guys, I shot. Yeah, one snowfall and then it's gone. I mean, where we live is we're not even really equipped here to handle more than a week of snow. It'd be very disruptive. Okay. Now, we can cut up our chicken into chopstick-sized pieces, it says. So just nice and bite-sized. Keep in mind, though, that when we do fry this, it will shrink a bit. Oh, what, Gas Huffin? Seriously? You're right in Port Angeles?
What?
Can you come visit? You want to come over and visit? Yeah. Or we'll come over. That's such a fun ferry ride across there.
We can go do Crab Fest next year over there with them.
Kobe Bryant just passed away in a helicopter crash? What? Okay, seriously, Gas Huffin, we can do this. We can make it happen. We definitely have room for visitors. Just need like a little bit of a heads up. Okay, how do we want to divide this? So he said roughly like 4 to 6 pieces per chicken thigh. Whoa, it's true. That is crazy. Wow, RIP. And then I'm just dropping our chicken right into the marinade. He was only 41. Oh man, Dust. What would you want to do if you came to visit, Gas Huffin? Would you want to make something on the smoker? Or you want to go like eating somewhere? Little piece of knuckle here still. All of the above. I know, Dust, and I keep telling you that I want you to come visit, but I already know the circumstance, so I'm not gonna say it again. A little bit of bone here. It's also important to cut our chicken into similar sized pieces so that it fries at the same time. We don't want some pieces to be dry and some pieces to be undercooked. So consistency is key here. You saw the green eggs at the local hardware store. 5 different sizes. You checked into the extra large. Okay, so listen to this, guys. We have some pretty cool news to share. No, I haven't even told them yet. Is where we get all of our egg stuff. Place is called Wickerland Patio. And we've built a pretty good relationship with the owners. And he actually does live just like about 7 minutes away in town here. So he does live near us. We can do a pop-up at Wickerland on the weekends. And if we do it in the summertime, they have one of the local radio stations there for like the first part of the afternoon, broadcasting live from there. And they will advertise for free. So they'll pay for the advertising, and then we can cook food on the grills that they have set up, and we can sell food. All we have to do is get a food handling license. And then he said the days that we want to do a pop-up there and the radio station's not there, he's going to give us a credit to use in store to like buy stuff to use on the eggs. So that's awesome. We're really excited for that. Yeah, thanks, Dust. So give this just a little mixy mix. Make sure everything's nice and submerged. And then we'll set the 15-minute timer. Because there's quite a bit of acid and salt in here, so trust when we say you don't want to marinate this for too long, because it might get too salty and then the acid might break apart the chicken too much and make it mushy. Kyle M. Parker, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Okay, just gonna wash my hands up. Rinse the chicken off of these things. Nike, you promise you'll behave? Dude, I read your message on Instagram last night. I didn't even notice what you said yesterday. So whatever you're like worried about what you said, I didn't even see it. So if you're thinking I'm mad at you, I'm not. Yeah, we're good, dude. We're good. Hey Siri, 15-minute timer.
Your timer is set for 15 minutes.
Thank you. Okay, marinate chicken, done. So we can just put this aside for right now. We don't have to put it into the fridge. I think it's better if we leave it out anyways. How was your day yesterday, Nike? How was worky? Okay, next up, I think we should set up our deep fryer on the stove top. A little bit of stovetop deep frying today. It's gonna be fun. And then we can do up our dredge and then make up our little spice mixture. Hojerific, how are you? Yeah, you can't get mad. Look at those eyes. Okay, I'm getting a big cast iron Dutch oven out. And then we just need the oil. Oh no, you got called into work. They seem desperate. Did they really need you though? Now you're not really at your best, dude. Thank you for your service, that's all I'll say. And I'm sure all of the parents and the kiddos 100% appreciate you. Nice promotion, Nike. $3 more an hour? That's insane. Nice. That is really good, dude. Congrats. Okay, I'm going to grab that oil. I saw the photo. Crab rangoon and the stir fry. Okay, BRB. Hello, I'm back. First round of beers on Nike. Yes. You're bailing on your power yoga workshop. No. Hey, cooking girl. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Yeah, a wok. This is what I just grabbed. All of the oil. So don't fill up your pot more than halfway. Gotta leave room for dispersion when we drop the chicken in. You restaurant dudes. Man, we get this at Costco. That's where I got that. And yeah, way smarter to buy like 17.8 liters of oil for $20 than to buy like 2 liters of oil for $12. It just makes sense. Also, how's it going, Mike Si? Just canola oil. Just canola oil. Yeah, it is cheap. We buy like one of those and it lasts a year. It's pretty perfect. Okay, so fryer's set up. Our dredge is a mix of rice flour and cornstarch. And then for our liquid, so how to wet the chicken, is either seltzer water or like a club soda of sorts, so sparkling water. Definitely don't want any sweetener or flavoring in there. If you need to get rid of burnt or spent oil, what's your preferred method? Honestly, man, I usually just pour it into like a milk jug and then you have to throw it out. Sad to say. Matt, how is your weekend going, dude? Good to see you. What do you usually do, Mike Sai? Yeah, there's no like good way to get rid of fryer oil unless you're working in a restaurant and you have one of those bins where they come and like empty it out every now and then. Or yes, if you know someone that has a biodiesel vehicle, you can also do that. Yeah, exactly, Cooking Girl. Well, that's good, Matt. He's doing amazing. Have you been streaming? Yeah, just go pour it down your neighbor's sink. Shh. Oh man, I never pour oil down the drain. I have had way too many bad grease trap experiences that I just always go straight for the garbage. Yeah, there you go, Speed. That's the best way, I think. I think, at least. Okay, let's get out some cornstarch, rice flour. So both the cornstarch and rice flour are going to yield a crispier chicken than if we used plain all-purpose flour. You also live in an apartment. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a bit different then. Yeah, pour it down the sink with cold water. Let it harden right into the pipes. And then call your plumber. Smoke some. You got the house to yourself, Matt. You got double rated last night. Caught off guard. Yes. Oh my gosh, I would love to see that. I might have to go back and watch the VOD. A wild Mad King Matt being flabbergasted for 5 minutes? I think I need to see this. Might have to go sneak and see if there's extra rice flour. Explosive. Sammy loved that, guys. Rice flour. Yeah, rice flour, cornstarch. I usually like to dredge in like just a little pie pan like this. Something shallow with quite good surface area. Yeah, rice flour, cornstarch for crispiness. Okay, I'm here. Magnet knife holders in the back. Do I like it? Does it scratch knives? I love those. And no, they don't scratch the knives at all. I mean, as long as you're not like sliding it really hard back onto the magnet. Yeah, those have been up there for over a year now. And we've had no issues. They hold every single knife. I mean, some of those cleavers are pretty heavy there. And once again, that was an Amazon thing. That was maybe $20. Super awesome. I mean, I'd rather have them there than in a drawer or maybe in a knife block. Just nice to be able to see the knife that you want. Can you see it up close? I can try and zoom in on it for you. Or, actually, I'll just take a photo. Just take a quick photo and then show you on the camera. That's what it looks like. So you have the two magnets that are running along the center there, and then the rest is just stainless. Super good. Yeah, I was like terrified of putting my knives onto there the first time. I was like, if this drops any of my knives, I'm gonna be so upset. Yeah, Nike, it happened. Oh, thanks, Dust. Where did I get this? Did I actually get this in San Diego? I don't remember. Yeah, it happened. Sad to say. Okay, back to our dredge. So he uses equal parts of rice flour and cornstarch. I don't have all of the rice flour he's calling for. So we're just going to bump it up the rest with cornstarch, and that's totally okay. To me, I mean, when it comes to frying, they're basically like one in the same. As long as you don't have to substitute with all-purpose flour, you're fine. So about 3 cups of dredge is what we want here. And actually, this is a cup measure that the rice flour is in. We'll just fill that 3 times. I don't think we'll need that much. I think I might start with the 2 cups and then go from there. Oh God. Cornstarch. The one thing that just goes everywhere. Your big thing that you have to worry about is your wife doesn't know how to handle or use knives. So your expensive knives you don't allow her to use. She has a hard time respecting that sometimes ruins the knives. She has old destroyed nice knives to use that she has ruined. Yeah. I feel ya. Okay, 1. We'll fill that up 1 more time, and then I think we're good. That's lots. A good sharpening can fix any knife. Yep. It's true, Solid. And that doesn't cost too much to get your knife sharpened by someone. Another one of those like $20 things. $20 here, $20 there. I'm gonna say that's good. I'd rather not waste this if I didn't have to. It always sucks when you have leftover dredge and then you're like out of the chicken. You're like, well, now what? I'm gonna call it there. Just gonna give this a little whisk just to incorporate. Your first set of hankles your husband and neighbor took to this grinder, you're like, oh my God. Yeah, terrifying, right? Oh, That's our chicken marinade timer, guys. That was 15 minutes. So we're gonna take it out of the marinade now. And we're not gonna save the marinade for anything else. We don't have any other use there. Yeah, that's what it says, Sammy.
It said 30 to 2 hours.
Well, it says 15 minutes on this, though. Leave for 15 minutes, but no longer. He was just really high on the show. He didn't know what he was saying, I guess. He did make this on the Rachel Ray show with her, and they said marinate the chicken for half an hour to 2 hours. So there are some questions here, guys. Okay, cross off our dredge. We're good to go there. We'll just put that aside. What do you guys think? Do we think we should leave the chicken longer than 15? Do we think that it got enough flavor in that time? I think I could push it to half an hour, but that's just me.
I would do a half hour.
I think we should push it. Hey Scat, how are you? Everything's going really good. Massage it. Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Let me close down these blinds. Finally got some sunshine today. Give it a little massage. Yeah, that's exactly it, Speed. He was a little distracted. There we go. Hey Taz, how's it going? Oh man, look at that TwitchCon 2020 badge. Dude, I'm so jealous that you're going to Amsterdam. So jealous. I think it's gonna be better than the North America one. Okay, let's do another 15-minute marinade for the chicken. Hey Siri, 15-minute timer. Okay, next up is our spice mixture. So it's a mixture of Szechuan peppercorns, sugar, and salt. It says use a spice grinder or mortar and pestle to grind all but 2 tablespoons of the peppercorns. Stir together the ground peppercorns, the sugar, and salt and set it aside. And that is gonna be so much spice. Like half a cup of sugar and a cup of the peppercorns to a tablespoon of salt. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else with that afterwards. America sucks, Taz. You're trying to make a 5-minute highlight. It's taking forever. What would you do to your usual ground beef, onion, mushroom meal prep? What would we do, Scott? What do you usually serve it with? Do you usually just like cook the beef, onions, and mushrooms together? Let's blitz this up. Oh, you're welcome for the shout out. Let's see this highlight, Matt. Is that where you got raided? And you were flabbergasted? Holy, 55? Dude. Okay, I have to watch this after stream so I can watch it with the sound on. I'm gonna leave that up in my browser page. So cabbage or rice, everything together is a big pot. What if you made like meatballs instead? What? Sam, that's what I was saying. So guys, Szechuan peppercorns, also known as like pink peppercorns. So not a ton of spice, but a lot of like very floral flavor. And then they also have this really unique quality where they can like make your mouth kind of tingly and numb. So that's why I think they call it explosive chicken, because this, and then we use the Szechuan chilies later on with the chicken. So you get like the tingle and the spice exploding in your mouth. Oh, you got your first raid last night, Cooking Girl. Congrats. Isn't it so exciting? I remember those firsts. Yeah, numbing, Bonkman. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, the notifications. You gotta make it fun. It's one thing I've learned over the past couple years. It's like, streaming should be fun. Shouldn't be like, oh, I gotta stream today. Scat, thank you so much for the 400 biddies. Oh, maybe we can get a little train action going today. Maybe. Haven't had a train going this whole weekend so far. Okay, I think we're almost good on these peppercorns. Up to you how fine you want to go. Hey, thanks, Matt, for the shout out. You should check out Cook with Kate. We're playing food and drink. You didn't think your husband would be into streaming, but he's so into it. Well, yeah, because he gets like all the awesome food. He reaps all the benefits, Cooking Girl. If he wasn't into it, there might be something wrong. But I suppose there are people that just are not crazy about food. Okay, I think we're good here. Pretty nice powder. There's just a couple of like the shells, I guess, left over in there. But let's put that into a little bowl and then we'll mix it with some salt and sugar. I know, honestly, my arm is tired. That's why I stopped, Matt. You like the Szechuan flavors, Bonkman, but some of it can be way too spicy. Yes. Yeah, what did I have? Maybe it was something similar to this one time. And I did not expect the numbing and the spice. I didn't know what to do. Like, I was just like sat there and I was like, do I like this? Do I not like this? It really made you think. Like, it was almost confusing to the palate. You very much enjoy Szechuan. What about pho though, Taz? Do you like pho? The order in which the spices are added, yeah, because some of them are like fried together and some aren't. Yeah, pho? You did Thai food last night on stream. Tried a Thai chili oil in your Tom Kha Gai. And it was spicy. Yeah, you're gonna start to work your way up to this spice. I know, I'm just bugging you, Taz. He eats pho twice a week at least. We have a Vietnamese spot opening up kind of near us, like half an hour away, that we're pretty excited about. Are you trolling me? I says pardon? It was a 3 out of 4. Some of the Thai chili oils can be super spicy. Yeah, all about the broth. Oh, so good. And like the shaved brisket. Dolphin mermaid. It's been over a month already? As long as the horrid bushfires have been going on. Oh no. Are you in Australia? You are in Oz, aren't you? Are you okay? That's the first question. Where you're at, are you okay? Just gonna sprinkle in some sugar here. Something like that. And then add our salt. 2 hours south of Sydney, okay. Yeah, you've been in our thoughts and prayers. Couple tablespoons of salt, and I think we're good. Give that a toss. So it's like sweet and salty and kind of numbing. Super fragrant. Like it's almost got this nutmeg kind of smell to it. Just a little north of the area where you saw, yeah, on the news, the holiday makers fleeing to the beach and the water. Yeah, I did see that. 25 million acres. Insane. Okay, spice mix, done. Next up, guys, why don't we work on a little bit of our garnish stuff that has to be fried up in the oil? So shallot, garlic, and peanuts. I thought would be super good for like some crunchy bits to put on top. Oh, peanuts I keep in the freezer. Okay, we're gonna slice up these garlic cloves. Make like little kind of garlic chips, I guess, when we fry it up. Something like that. Some shallot. Anybody want a peanut?
Writing's not easy.
Ah.
Really can help.
Oh no. There we go. Princess Bride. Too good. All right, so the shallot, we're just gonna cut in half and then do slices, I think. Actually, might be able to peel it whole and then just split it, because shallot actually grows in like 2 separate pieces. It's like the halfway point. Awesome. Yeah, that's unreal. Smash our cloves of garlic to make it easier to peel. Oh no, the shallot's trying to make me cry again today, guys. Not again. So emotional on stream these last couple days. Okay, after this, I think we should turn on our deep fryer oil on the stove top. And then we can set up our rice as well as get our broccoli stuff together. Everything's getting cooked on the stove top today, filling up 3 burners. Some of the fires were set by arsonists. Planned back burning and it got out of control. Oh no. Okay, so nice little garlic slices. Woohoo! Welcome in, Raiders! Thanks so much, Christopher Collects. Hi, Coin Collector. How was the stream today? Today we're doing some cookbook cookery. Thank you, Jaw, for the follow. So we're cooking out of Action Bronson's cookbook. There we go. There's our timer for our chicken. So it's called Fuck That's Delicious, an annotated guide to eating well. We're making explosive chicken. So it's a Szechuan style chicken that gets fried with chilies and garlic and all sorts of good stuff. Right now it is marinating in a mixture of sugar, soy sauce, and rice vinegar. So that's what just went off on our timer. We got to take the chicken out of the marinade. And then to go along with it is right now, I'm slicing up some garlic cloves and shallot, and we have some peanuts here for some crispy garnish that we're gonna fry in the oil beforehand. And then just some boiled rice and some grilled broccoli. You have almost everything to make this. Solid, you should go get the rest of the ingredients. A Canadian on your stream last night was talking about Jasper. I've worked there before. Sam and I worked there together. You've not heard of him? Oh, Skip? Yep. Is it like Skip 410 or something? He's awesome. He's been in my stream for quite a while. Okay. Let's clear this off for a sec. The one note in the recipe says to not over marinate the chicken. So we definitely don't want to do that. So we're going to take it out of the marinade and just let it kind of sit for a sec before we're ready to get frying. I'm also going to turn on our deep fryer pot. So we're frying inside today. Be very careful, guys. So on the stovetop right now, I have a Dutch oven set up. We filled it kind of just under halfway with canola oil. I'm gonna use a candy or deep frying thermometer just to watch the temperature. And we want to get this, around like 375 Fahrenheit. is the heat we're going for. So I'll turn that on to a medium-high heat to start. And usually this takes around 20-ish minutes to heat that oil up to that temperature. That's so crazy, Dolphin. Well, honestly, I'm just happy you're okay. I think that's what's the most important here. Okay, so let's just take this out of the marinade and put it onto a sheet pan. I think I'm gonna line it with some paper towel just to soak up some of the liquid, because we are using a club soda for when we go to deep fry after to get everything to stick to it. Hey, Omat. Oh my goodness. We got some raiders again. Raids on raids. Welcome in, Riteni. How's it going? Hey, Aviator. Doing good, Omat. How was your week? So this is chicken thigh with the skin on, but there's no bones. So we just cut it up to be bite-sized pieces. Yeah, sad day. R.I.P. Kobe. Sultrim, thank you for the follow. Week was okay, Omat. Nothing special. What? Chicken thigh, yeah, you're not the only one that said that. It's like chicken thigh, the best part, especially when we're deep frying. Stays super moist. The skin gets so nice and crunchy. Gas huffing, you had to run to Safeway and Starbucks. You found oxtails in the discount meat, 50% off. So what, are you making some ossobuco? KT Sarge, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. For those of you who don't know me, I am Kate. I've been streaming for just over 2 years now on Twitch. And I have been cooking professionally for just over 9 years. I've worked in that time in 9 different restaurants. And now I'm here to teach you how to make restaurant quality food for yourself at home. Kate, we can get rid of this marinade. What's so explosive about this chicken? So it's a Szechuan style chicken, Omat. And it is explosive because of a couple ingredients. So the first one is Szechuan peppercorns. So also called pink peppercorns, if you can find them. And they have this really interesting mouthfeel to them where they give you like a little bit of a tingly, numbing effect. And then the other explosive part to the chicken is the Szechuan chili peppers, so that we get some heat as well. 9 years, 9 restaurants, Dust. You missed the stream anniversary. It's okay, dude. It's okay. We still love ya. Nice gas oven, Jamaican. Yum. Mr. Randy Watson, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Okay, let's just set that aside for now. Keep working on our garnishes as our oil's coming up. So let's go back to our sliced garlic cloves and shallot. This is gonna get fried up in the oil for a nice kind of crunchy, roasty garnish. This is good knife skill practice. Your garnishes should always be like a little bit delicate. Oh, Matt. Yeah, it'll be explosive the day after you eat the chicken. I don't think it's gonna be like crazy spicy. Okay, our shallot. So all we did was peel it and then cut it in half. Just gonna do like half rounds. Szechuan is very nice, yes. Yeah, I don't eat it too much. There's not a ton of like Szechuan restaurants around us. So I thought, hey, why not try to make it at home instead? Just gonna put this on here because I think that the garlic and the shallot, it's gonna fry up at separate times. The shallot's just gonna take a bit longer. And then peanuts, oh, use as many peanuts as you want. These three things are not listed in the recipe, but I thought it would be super nice to add with it. Oh yeah, the fermented black bean stir fry. So good. The town you grew up in, Solid, they had an awesome Szechuan buffet. There was really good Szechuan restaurants in Vancouver when we lived there. They're really close to where we live too. We went there quite often. It's called Peaceful Noodle Restaurant. You added chimichurri spice to your stir fry last week and it was so good. Ooh, nice. Have I made dukkha before? No, I have not made dukkha before. Okay. Here's our garnishes, so let's just set that aside by our frying pot. That's done. So next up, let's work on our side dish of broccoli and then just some rice. So up to you what kind of rice you want to use. I'm gonna use, I think I have basmati. So basmati, jasmine. I guess you could even go short grain here. I don't know how traditional that is. We're just gonna boil it up though. Try and get it really nice and fluffy. So I'll do a cup of rice. What is dukkha? What is dukkha, Dolphin Mermaid? I feel like I've heard of it. It's Middle Eastern, right? Into our little pot. And then we're gonna give this a little toast on the stove top, nice and dry, before we add the water. Obviously, 1 cup of rice, we need 2 cups of water. Get that set up, but I'm not gonna turn it on just yet. We're just getting everything ready because everything's gonna cook at the same time. People are used to Americanized Chinese here that I think authentic Chinese food would throw them off. Oh, 100%, Elrad, 100%. You streamed dukra, Indian savory bread? What? Dried thyme or mint? There are numerous dukha recipes. Italian people love dipping their dry, crusty bread in olive oil and then in the dukha. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. So it's like a spice mixture? I think I would love it. All right, get this broccoli out. And then let's just check on our oil. Okay, we're at 150 Fahrenheit. We still have a little bit of time. It's nuts and spices. Heck yeah. Man, bread and dipping, I'm in. Thanks, Dolphin Mermaid. Yeah, if there's ever any recipes you want to share, either like whisper them to me or post them in our Discord channel if you're into that type of thing. Here is the link if you want to get in there. We have a recipe section if you want to share, but if not, you can totally just send it to me. Guys, I guess I better finish my coffee. It's already afternoon here. Better finish getting caffeinated before we have lunch. It is cold now, Omat. Yeah. What am I doing? It's even yummy on toast, I bet. Okay, I'm just snapping off all of the little leaves because those will burn. They'll just char up too much and it'll get bitter. Yeah, gotta love cold coffee. Well, if it's cold brew, super good. Or iced coffee, really good. This is pretty perfect. Look at these little mini trees. They are really nice. There is like nothing that I have to trim off of here. I feel like these were just picked. Regular cold coffee, yeah, not the best. It has quite a few bitter qualities. Okay, so I like to, for grilling, I like to use the stem when we grill it. I find it gets like this nice caramelization and sweetness. And also there's a good crunch there. You're not a coffee drinker, hey, Omet? So bite-sized pieces here. Kind of the same deal as the chicken, is we want it to be easy to eat with chopsticks. Hi, Yon Lions, how are you? Okay, fryer's almost at 200. Let's start breaking down the broccoli. Yeah, that's what we do. We already gave Doggo some snacks this morning. In Australia, the stems are like more white. Interesting. So I kind of slide my knife down the stem and then we break it apart and you get a more natural kind of break. And I find that all the florets don't fall off when we do that. Like so. Just gonna grab a bowl to put these in. We'll get a little bit of dressing on them. Definitely we'll need some oil, maybe some vinegar or lemon even. So for stir frying the chicken, will you cover it in something besides marinade or just chuck them in? So set aside already, Omat, we have the dredge made up. It is a mixture of cornstarch and rice flour, so it should make it really crispy. And then the liquid is either club soda or seltzer water. Broccoli? Yes, Yon Lions, broccoli. As long as you have like one flat side to put onto the grill, that's the most important. Okay, so I'm gonna guesstimate our chicken pieces will fry for maybe 3-ish minutes. So we just wanna be sure that our rice is already going by the time we go to fry up the chicken. Basically, you wanna have everything cooking. Super good broccoli, guys. Rice flour cornstarch mixture for the dredge for the chicken. And then just a club soda or seltzer water to dip the chicken in before you put it in the dredge. Club soda, yeah, a little bit of sparkling action. You've never used that. Yeah, I don't often use it either, but it works really good when you're doing like Asian fried stuff. Okay, how do I want to dress this broccoli? I'm thinking some like chili garlic oil that I always have on hand. Homemade stuff, of course. Literally just canola oil cooked really low and slow for like an hour with garlic and chili flakes. That's it. Then you blend it up, keep it in the fridge. And well, I have half a lemon in here, so I'll use that for the touch of acidity. It should give it like a little bit of a tempura-y texture, but this isn't like, so it's a dredge, it's not a batter, so it's not gonna be tempura-y, but yes, they do use sparkling water in tempura batter. Yeah, it's just sparkling water or seltzer water, it's called. One thing when grilling vegetables, you want to make sure you have enough oil, but not too much, because it might flare up and burn. And then you get this weird kind of gassy flavor. But because we're not doing this over like an open flame type of grill, we're fine here. And let's squeeze our lemon over. Don't want any seeds. They also use ice in tempura batter because keeping the batter really cold helps make it really crispy. It's another little trick. Okay, I think I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt over that, and then we'll give it a toss and let it kind of marinate for a couple of seconds. We also need to set up our cast iron grill pan. Get that heating up. Vodka. I've never heard of that, but that sounds interesting. That's like very grown up, Elrad. Nice. Broccoli is really nicely covered in the oil and lemon. Get some nice grill action happening. Chili garlic oil smells so good. For light batters. Vodka for light batters. I'm intrigued. Getting that grill pan from under the stove. Hiya! Gotta wipe some crumbs out of it that fell down. Okay, there we go. So this is a Lodge cast iron grill pan. I think they go for about 20 bucks. They're not really expensive. Maybe 30? 35, 40? Okay. But still, if you can't have a grill where you're at, this works really good. The only thing you'll be missing is the flavor from the fire. That's it. But you do get good grill marks from that. Jessica Jenks, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Just gonna put a couple things back. We're gonna turn that on to a medium-high heat. You do want to get this thing pretty ripping hot. And we'll just put our broccoli over there beside it. So our oil is at 300 Fahrenheit now. We're getting up there, only like 75 degrees to go. So at this point, we just wanna make sure that everything is in its place and that we are ready to get cooking as soon as that oil is hot. It is still pretty cheap for what it does. Exactly, Aviator. You've never properly understood how a grill works. I mean, cooking with fire is how we started to cook, but yes, it is difficult to know how a fire cooks things. Because it can get out of control really quickly. And then there's just flames everywhere and you're like, what am I doing? Okay, what does Mr. Bronson say here? You live in the UK and you feel like the grill is something different here to what you mean in Canada. Really? Like you used to live in Canada and now you live in the UK and you can't really find a grill? Okay. So our chicken is drained from the marinade. He says working with a few pieces at a time, dunk the chicken into the dredge. Okay, so he does mix it into a batter of sorts. So in a large bowl, whisk together the rice flour, cornstarch for the dredge, then whisk in the seltzer. Line a baking sheet with paper towels. So he says cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. As the pieces are done, remove them with a slotted spoon. Set them on the prepared baking sheet. Sprinkle them on all sides with a little bit of spice mixture. But we're not gonna stop there. So holy smokes. Okay, so we need a skillet as well for after we're done frying. We can do that switcheroo obviously right afterwards. So add a tablespoon of oil to a large skillet or wok. Heat over medium-high heat. When it's very hot, add in like your scallions, your reserved Szechuan peppercorns if you have them, the Szechuan chilies, and a sprinkle of the spice mixture. And then you just toss the chicken in there with everything for a couple of minutes. Oh man. And it says serve topped with a little bit of cilantro and a side of the rice. Hey, Trey Bear. Yeah, Mr. Randy Watson. A dunk. Yeah, cast iron griddle. Honestly, if you can't find like a grill kind of thing, that should work. 100%. Okay, oil's at 325 Fahrenheit. We need, this is called a spider. This is what I'm gonna use to take the chicken out of the hot oil. I'm also gonna turn our rice on and get it toasting, because the rice is totally okay if it's done a couple minutes before. It'll stay nice and hot. Let's get out the sheet pan that Action was calling for. Line it with the paper towel that he said. That's what we'll put the chicken on after it's done frying. And then I think right now, we will fry up our garnishes before we go any further. How's this pan feeling? It's almost there. And then obviously for our dredge, we need to transfer everything into a bowl. We're gonna add our club soda or seltzer water right at the moment before we plan to fry, because we want to keep all of those sparkling fizzy characteristics inside. Here's our view. Just waiting for our rice to toast up a little bit more, and then we'll add our 2 cups of water. Oil's at 350 now. So now we're gonna kind of equalize out the temperature of the oil. I'm gonna pop a window open. It's gonna get hot in here really quickly once we start frying. And we don't want the entire house to smell like deep fried all day. We don't. So dry toasting the rice like this, guys, before we add the water, it's gonna help the rice stay nice and fluffy, as well as just adding this little bit of nutty flavor to it. Need some water. Had all this coffee already and no water. Okay, so we know our rice is toasting when the kernels go more opaque than translucent. Holy shit, we got a Hitch raid. Welcome in, Raiders! Thanks, Hitch, our fellow Canadian, who we've actually had the pleasure to cook for. How cool is that? Bye, Hitch. Is he still in Portugal, guys? I saw yesterday. Yeah, he is. Sweet. So excited to watch his journey. Where did he end up today in Portugal? Thanks for all the new follows, guys. Yeah, now you need to get some snacks. So we're cooking out of a cookbook today, real quick. from Action Bronson. So, Fuck That's Delicious is what the book is called. We're making explosive chicken. Explosive chicken. So it's a Szechuan style chicken that gets deep fried with some chilies and some Szechuan peppercorns. We are gonna serve it with just some boiled rice and grilled broccoli. So that's what we have happening on the stovetop. I'm gonna add the water to the rice now before I forget. So we're just making a cup of rice. One cup of rice kernels, 2 cups of water. Thank you guys. Okay, back to the stovetop. There we go. So our rice is gonna start boiling. Should take about 10 minutes to cook it. Yeah, we heat up the rice dry. A little bit of toasting helps keep it fluffy and adds a little bit of nuttiness. So our fryer oil, we have a deep fry thermometer or a candy thermometer, just measuring the temperature. It's at 375 Fahrenheit now, which is perfect. So we're gonna start frying up a couple of our garnishes that I thought would be good. So we have some shallot sliced up thin, some garlic sliced, and then some fried peanuts. So we're going with all of the kind of Asian-y flavors here. So just be careful when you put your veggies into the oil, as they might splatter a bit. And you never want to fill your oil more than halfway up the pot. Never. And this will only take like a minute or 2 to get this crispy. I do boil it. So this is like an East Indian type of technique for boiling rice or cooking rice. And that's how you get it so fluffy. So we just want to fry our shallot until it's starting to turn golden brown and it's crisping up. This happens super quickly, so you want to get it in and out as fast as possible. And yeah, burnt shallot and garlic does not taste good. It gets this kind of bitter flavor. I'm just dumping them onto a paper towel lined sheet pan. Next up, let's do our garlic chips. We are using a canola oil today that has a really nice high smoke point. Almost there. Go, go, go. So what we've done already, guys, is we've already prepped everything that we need. And now all we have to do is cook it. So now we don't have to worry about having to walk away or get distracted by anything. Next up, fried peanuts. And I'm just gonna be honest, I've never deep fried peanuts before, so this is new for me. Yeah, we're adding flavor to the oil, I guess, Omat. And adding our own garnish. This could be really bad, or it's gonna be great. Prep. The prep is the hard part, guys. What do we think? Are the peanuts gonna float? Deep fried peanuts. I don't think they're gonna float, so that's why I'm kind of scooping them up just to make sure that they don't burn. They are looking like they're more roasty toasty, so I'm gonna take them out. No one likes burnt nuts. There goes our thermometer. I think that was the bulk of them. I think I see a couple of stragglers. Try and get them all out if you can. Let's get our thermometer back on. It's important that we monitor our oil temperature. So it has dropped a little bit. So we will wait a minute or two for the oil to come back up to 375 Fahrenheit before we put our chicken in. Because our chicken is a touch cold as well still, so that's gonna drop the temperature again. If you fry at a temperature that's too low, that's when you get your stuff like really soaking up all of the oil, and it gets like really heavy and not super crispy. And then obviously if we fry at too hot of a temperature, then you're crisping up the outside before the inside is cooked. And that's not a good outcome either, because then you have to turn on the oven and start baking it. So let's not do that. Your roommate was dating this girl, Solid. She dumped all the oil you had in your cast iron for deep frying down the drain. Oh my gosh. R.I.P. kitchen sink. Could you bake sous vide the chicken before deep frying it? You could, but I don't know if you're gonna get the same flavor, or even the texture might be a little bit different. But I am not against sous vide. I have one right here in the corner that we use sometimes on stream. If you needed to though, like if you wanted a really quick fry, by all means, maybe sous vide the chicken with the marinade, which was just soy sauce, rice, vinegar, and some sugar. Okay, we're climbing back up. We're just over 350. I'm gonna put our garnish into a little bowl for later. It looks like our rice is almost done. And let's get that broccoli grilling so that everything's ready by the time we fry up our chicken. Those fried peanuts, super good. I'm gonna sprinkle some salt on that garnish. And why don't we just take a quick second over here, show you what we're working on. So there's all of our little fried garnishy items: shallot, garlic, and peanuts. I thought that would be a really good mixture of flavors for this. And well, if you have extra, I'm sure you could find somewhere to use it up. Afro Funk, thank you for the follow. So now let's reline our pan with the paper towel. That way we can drain the extra oil from the chicken. You can sous vide before frying. It doesn't change too much. I think it's better from raw in this instance. It only takes about 6 minutes to cook the chicken. Season the garnish. Yep. It's always good to season deep fried items, because obviously cooking with fat is you're going to be dulling down the flavor. Rice is almost done, guys. And then we just have our rice flour, cornstarch, and club soda here. We're gonna mix that up right before we dredge the chicken. So let's go back over to the stove. I'm gonna get the broccoli onto our cast iron grill pan that's really nice and hot. So the only thing here is we don't want to load up our pan too much, because then you're going to start steaming rather than grilling. So leave some space in between the pieces of broccoli. And this should take around 5 to 6 minutes as well. You want to get some nice charring happening on there. Let's get a lid out for our rice because it looks like it's almost done. So we want to cook our rice until all of the liquid is gone. If you need to, you can just do a little peek in the bottom. Nope, there's still some liquid, so let's let that keep going. Okay, it's time to mix up our dredge. I'm gonna add 1 can at a time, just to make sure we don't make it too loose. And then the cornstarch and rice flour are gonna give you a much crispy texture than if you would use just all-purpose flour. Definitely need the other can. It is not boiling dry. We just checked it. Yeah, still a minute or 2 more. Yep, soda water. Kind of a tempura batter, but not really. And we're just working on loosening up that cornstarch. Yeah, guys, never be afraid to ask questions while you're watching the channel. That is why I am here, to help you learn how to cook restaurant food at home. There we go. We're all loosened up. So this is a very wet batter, which can be a little bit scary when it comes to deep frying. I don't know if you guys know this, but hot oil and wet things are not a happy combination together. So the wetness going into hot oil is gonna make it splash up. So just be careful. You kind of want to drop the chicken away from yourself. Or if you're really worried, wear some sort of protection on your hands. One more check on the rice before we get into the chicken. Beautiful. It is now dry. So we can shut that off. I'm gonna cover it and just take it off of the burner. I think we need a flip on our broccoli, and it's chicken time. I currently don't work in a restaurant anymore. I left the industry last July. I left because I didn't want to work weekends anymore. I didn't want to work 12 hours a day on my feet with no breaks. And I also didn't want to work for $16 an hour anymore after working my butt for 9 years. So I thought, hey, why not teach people how to cook instead? That way I can still cook at home. It's a lot less stressful, and we can still be creative and cook the food that I want to cook. There we go. Nice little grill marks on there. I've been streaming for just over 2 years now. I'm not streaming full time. I do have a full-time job. I work for my dad's handyman company. Okay, getting myself set up over here on this deep frying station. So I have my batter right beside my frying pot, and I have my chicken beside my batter. So you go chicken, batter into the fryer. My microwave's up high, yeah. There's not a ton of space in this kitchen, or like counter space, so we popped it on top of the fridge. Thank you, Lay Wasted. Yeah, I just need a break. My fiance is a chef as well. He's been doing it for longer than I have, and eventually we want to get a food truck going in the next couple of years. So that is our goal, is to start to work for ourselves. And streaming is definitely helping with that. This broccoli is cooking pretty quickly. Just gonna get out a little serving dish to put it into to keep it warm for the 5 minutes that the chicken cooks. So it's nice to just have that on hand so that you're ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna go in for the first drop of chicken. I'm just gonna put a glove on my hand. It's gonna get a little bit messy. That's the plan, yeah. Live stream the food truck. So everyone that's watching Dog in chat is my fiance. So you might see him on stream some days. We like to do like outdoor grilling streams where we do like Southern style smoked meat. Okay, we're going in. I'm gonna try and do maybe 3 batches of chicken. I'm gonna do 1 test drop just to see what happens. Just be aware of how much you're adding to your pot, because a deep fryer going over is not fun. I'm gonna stop there. I am terrified. This is one thing that I'm still terrified of doing at home, is deep frying. Yeah, so last year is Sam and I were not working together yet. So he was able to pick up Hitch from the ferry here on the island, because we only live like a few hours away of where he grew up. So Sam picked up Hitch. He cooked dinner for him on stream, and then the next morning, because I was still working in the restaurant at that time, is then we also cooked him breakfast before he left. Pretty awesome. I think he had some awesome food. Claire! Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for the raid and the host. Let's get a little stir on this chicken. Oh yeah. That's crisping up real nice. I don't think it's gonna take the 6 or 7 minutes that he's saying. This broccoli, I'm happy with where this is at. I like a little bit of crunch to my vegetables. I don't like them to be really, really soft. So I'm gonna take this off and just let it finish steaming in this little casserole, I suppose. We'll cover it, keep it nice and warm. And get the next pieces on. Yeah, sadly, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with Hitch when he was here because that is when I was still working in the restaurant. So hopefully he decides to come by again because I would love to cook for him again. All right, chicken's coming out, and then we can do our next batch again. So obviously the soy sauce and the sugar from the marinade helps this get a really nice caramelized color on it. Just gonna pop over real quick. So when the chicken comes out of the fryer, our next step is to sprinkle up this seasoning that we made. So Szechuan peppercorn, or pink peppercorn is what it's called, and then it's a mixture of sugar and salt as well. And so this is one of the parts that makes the chicken explosive, is Szechuan peppercorns kind of have a numbing effect in your mouth. So that's the one explosive part, and then the next explosive part is when we add the chilies to it. Okay, ready for the next round, guys? Just organizing my station here. Smelling so good in here already. Quick little dip in our mixture of rice flour, cornstarch, and club soda. We're gonna start dropping in again. Our oil is still sitting at 350, so it's not cooling off too much. I will add 2 more pieces to that, and that is my limit. That is the limit. That's where we're pushing it to. Even I'm scared of it. Can we deep fry the broccoli? I suppose we could. I just don't have any left though. It's all on the grill. Thanks guys for the new follows. Welcome in. Hello team. Hello Happier Soap. Sammy, yeah, the final explosive part is the diarrhea. Just kidding. I hope not. I hope not. Give this a little stir. They like to kind of clump together, I see. Americans fry anything? No. You love deep fried broccoli? Me too. Like tempura? Oh my gosh. Sultrum pink peppercorns and Szechuan peppercorns. I guess there's like a couple different names that you can go by, because yes, there are like the little spicy pink peppercorns, but then I've also seen the Szechuan peppercorns being called pink peppercorns. That's a good question. Yeah, deep fried cardboard probably also tastes good. Rumor about deep fried Mars bars. Hey, I've even heard things like deep fried butter. Yeah, exactly, Omat. Deep fried Oreos are delicious. How are we doing here? Just giving this a little touch. I think we're good, guys, especially this little group. Because we are going to be frying this up with some of the chilies. So you don't have to worry about cooking it like really, really well done yet. So it's going to get a second little fry in a pan. Okay, so we want to sprinkle on that seasoning as soon as it comes out of the fryer so it can kind of soak in. And it gets really fragrant from the heat. As soon as the Szechuan pepper hits the hot chicken, you smell it right away. Super good. Deep fried water, Nike, that will never happen on stream. That will not happen. Okay, let's see where our oil's at before we put in any more chicken. Deep fried banana, so good. Okay, we're only at 300. I want to bring it up a little bit. We'll flip our broccoli in the meantime. Yum. Yeah, don't be so silly, Nike. Who gets to eat all this food? Myself and Dog, my fiance. So it says it makes about 4 portions. So that way we get some lunch today and then leftovers for lunch at work tomorrow. So I stream right now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because during the week I work full-time as a sort of laborer. I do like drywall work and painting and all sorts of stuff for my dad's company. So I work full-time and then we stream on the weekends. And we are still trying to work towards partnership. I'm gonna get it this year. I'm currently in the midst of planning our wedding coming up in June this year. So that's why I took away a day of streaming, because we used to do 4 streams. Right now, it's just 3. That's what we can do. Thanks, Jessica Jinx. Yeah, we actually got engaged on stream. Sometimes we do IRL streams, just like Hitch. Let's say we got a little bit of inspiration from him. And that was in New York, in Central Park. Surprised the heck out of me. It's funny when like your viewers know that you're gonna get engaged before you do. Sneaker. Claire, how was your stream today? Pancake sandwiches. I mean, I don't think I've had that, other than, does a McGriddle count? But I'd be down. I'd be down. Okay, we're almost back up to 350 Fahrenheit. That's the only like kind of terrible part about trying to deep fry at home, is your oil cools off so quick. So like even if your burner is cranked, it's still gonna cool off. Yeah, I'll be getting to that point soon, Claire, cleaning the kitchen up. Made some street food. Oh, what kind? Tell me more, tell me more. Happier soap, yeah. 2 slices of bread and a pancake in the middle. That's a carb witch. Do I remember when you told me when we were walking to TwitchCon that Hitch had just gotten out of his last lift there, walking to TwitchCon 2? I didn't know him at the time? No, I had to. We knew Hitch like way before that. Hi, Vune. How are you? Good to see you. You having a good day? I'm happy with this broccoli, guys, so now we can finally turn off that pan. I'm gonna drop in one more batch of chicken. Okay, turn this fan down just a touch. Thank you for the follow, Short Armadillo. Did someone raid? Yes, we got a Hitch raid. We got a Hitch raid, we got a Claire raid, we got a Christopher Collects raid. All sorts of good stuff, Vune. Okay, now we get some more deep fry sounds. Deep fry ASMR. Holy smokes, guys. I can't keep up with all that catfishing. Okay, we'll have one more round to fry up after this. So while we're waiting for this chicken to cook, let's switch out our griddle pan for either a wok or like a heavy duty cast iron pan, something that you can get pretty ripping hot. Chrisum! Oh, you made lumpia? Yum. So good, Claire. Get this hot pan out of here. Just gotta clear my area a touch. We did get a shout out for Claire, right? Okay. Burget P and Trade. Welcome, guys. Okay, thank you, Vune. Thank you. Okay, let's turn this on. Do medium heat. This is our last step. We finally are there, guys. All of this work, finally get to eat. So add a tablespoon of oil to a large skillet or wok. Heat over medium-high heat. When it's really hot, add your peppercorns, chilies, if you want green onions, and a sprinkle of the spice mixture. Toss for a second or two until the chilies are fragrant, and then we can add our chicken pieces and toss with that. So we're infusing the chicken with even more flavor, and then we're supposed to serve topped with some chopped up cilantro. So let's get our chilies. I'm gonna grab our cilantro. There are so many different flavors in this dish. I don't see how it can taste bad. I like how it just wants to stick together. Okay, before we drop any more in, we gotta season what we just took out. Boom, boom. And now finally, the last batch. explosive chicken, here we come. Anyone chat know who Action Bronson is? Or have you maybe even watched some of his videos on YouTube? Sweet. He's been kind of on the down low for the last little bit because he's living the dad life. Yeah, fuck, that's delicious. Yep, that's the book. But if you do want to make this recipe, it is linked in the recipe command for free. So you don't need the book to cook this recipe. I did find an online recipe. Nice. Which recipes did you do, Cower? Let's get this mess out of here. Get it gone. Still need our oil in that pan. I mean, I guess we could scoop a bit of fryer oil out, but I'm gonna do this. Okay, we got our cilantro. I stuff the chilies down here. Big old bag of chilies. Oh, you made his porchetta. Porchetta is deadly. Did it turn out good? He's a rapper in the USA. Yeah, did you know he was a chef as well, Peaches? Gonna feel this. Yeah, it is cooked. So we are good to go. Turn that fryer off. Get some seasoning on there. And then our pan over here, it's almost ready. About a minute more for heat, and then we will do our final toss. Nice, thanks for posting your photo, Cower. I have Instagram too. Yum. Okay, I'm gonna go take a really quick break while our pan's just finished heating up, and then we will eat. Back, guys. He's into tattoos like you. Hey, I like tattoos as well. Infinite Center, thank you for the follow. Okay, so as directed, drop in some of your chili peppers. They should start to like toast up a bit. We'll do like that much. We're going hard. And then a sprinkle of the spice mixture, it said. Let that go until it gets fragrant. Holy, it really does get fragrant. Oh my goodness. Look at it smoke. Okay, let's add our chicken. Yes. Yes. We want that sizzle. Where was this little piece? Right here. I need to eat that. Mmm. Holy. It is super flavorful. There we go, guys. Dried cayenne. It's actually dried Szechuan chilies. And then lastly, so our little garnish that we did, because I didn't have any scallions, is I fried up peanut, shallot, and garlic. Thought that would be super good with this. So I just drop that over it. And now we get to plate up. Silencio. That will burn your eyes and nose. It should be dried arbol chilies. Well, isn't that Mexican though? Not Szechuan. Okay, we got our rice ready. We got our grilled broccoli ready. It's time for a plate up. And the cilantro, either up to you whether you want to chop it or tear it. I'm gonna move this grill pan for a sec so you can get that chicken into view. We're migrating away from the stovetop. Holy, like the shallots are still frying up. Look at that. Yeah, that looks a little bit explosive. I currently don't work at a restaurant anymore, but the last restaurant I did work at, it was a fine dining restaurant. And I actually won best restaurant in the city when I was working there, so pretty proud to say that. I have worked at all sorts of restaurants though, like I've helped open a taqueria, I've helped open a brewery with a brew pub in it. Many, many things have been made over the years. Just gonna move this over. Move on over. I need a plate up. So, nice little scoop of rice, a couple broccoli florets, and then we're gonna put our chicken on there. Simple as that. So yes, a little bit of work for the chicken, but I think it is worth it. Our rice is nice and fluffy. There's that. There's our grilled broccoli. Should still have some nice texture there as well. I thought the char flavor would go good with the fried chicken. There we go. Thanks, Peaches. I really, really do love teaching people how to cook. I think maybe down the line, is like when I'm probably much older, is maybe I'll do like a culinary course at a school for like high school or junior high. I think that would be fun because I do like to teach kids as well. Hello, Scar Dragon. What is my go-to dish? That's a really good question. I mean, I like to cook all sorts of cuisine. I guess my go-to dish, it's not a quick one, but I love to make pasta by hand. So like Italian cuisine is one of my favorites. And then as far as like a quick kind of go-to dish, it's actually a soup that I love to make with coconut milk, squash, and ginger. Let's get some of this garnish on top of here. And it's just a blended soup, so you can have it done within like half an hour. This is not gonna be explosive. At least not in the toilet. Why are you guys saying that? How am I supposed to go to work tomorrow? Sorry, I can't come to work. I ate explosive chicken last night. I hope you can understand. Explosive. Let's do that. That way we can see the rice. Okay, just gonna move this pan away. Gonna get a nice little photo for Instagram. If you guys aren't following yet, I strongly urge you to. That is where I post all the photos of what we make. There it is, friends. Yeah, it looks explosive when it comes to taste, at least. I think so. I think I'm really happy with how this turned out. How do I want to do this? Maybe this way. So excited to taste this. One of those dishes that I've never cooked nor eaten before. Yes. Let's get into it, friends. Oh! Tara, with the save of the day. See, this is why I have you guys helping me. We need the cilantro. You know how bad that would be if we forgot that? Let's just tear it up. Thanks, Tara. Yes, that is exactly what it needed. Yeah, I just got here. Can you start from the beginning? Okay, now we need it.
Dust Parade gifted a tier 1 sub to Tara No Way. They have given 39 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Dust Pirate. Welcome in, Tara. You deserve that. We almost didn't do this properly. Torino, you having a good weekend, man? I needed to wipe my lens. It was like greasy. Deep fried phone? Okay. There we go. We're gonna start with the chicken. I feel like that's the most important thing to start with here. Right? I got some cilantro on here. Got some peanut, fried shallot, and garlic. Thank you for the follow, Altered Time Zones. Oh my God. It's like flavor overload. It's so crunchy. Can you guys hear the crunches? Let's try a piece of chili. The chili's just like medium spicy. It's really nice though. Like it tastes like a roasted kind of pepper almost. It's like kind of sweet and spicy and salty from the seasoning. You ordered a new knife today. What kind of knife did you get, Aladdin's girl? Okay, we're definitely getting like from the marinade, so the soy sauce and the rice vinegar and the sugar. So the chicken on the inside has this like acidic, salty, and sweet flavoring. And then the outside is like all Szechuan. We got the chili, we got the peppercorn, which is very floral. I'm gonna try it with just a bit of rice.
Oh, yeah.
Dust Parade gifted a tier 1 sub to Aladdin's girl.
Everyone needs subs.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome in, guys.
Dust Parade gifted a tier 1 sub to Gas Happen.
Huh?
Oh,
Oh, I thought you said that's burning. I was like, what's burning?
Dust Parade gifted a tier 1 sub to Sultran.
This dish, honestly, could be more spicy for me, Omat.
Dust Parade
I would, like,
gifted a
double it
tier
up.
1 sub to Bun Bun 7.
Thank you, Dust.
oh, yeah.
Dust Parade gifted a tier
Let's
1
try our
sub to
broccoli.
Circle Pancakes.
You got a chef knife that will not squish your sushi rolls. There you go. Yeah, desperate. So good. Sammy's coming in too, guys. Dog coming in with the taste test. Broccoli needs a bit of salt, I think. I don't want to over salt it though. I think I'll just sprinkle in some of our seasoning. Yeah, the plate won't stand a chance. I mean, the dish could use a sauce, but it doesn't really need it. I don't even know what I would put as far as a sauce. Because all of the other flavoring is perfect right now.
You guys sesame and
Ooh, like a sesame oil kind of? Szechuan hot sauce. Yes. I mean, I've not eaten very much Szechuan food, so I don't really know all of the condiments that they use.
Bune!
We do have chili garlic oil still. That's what we dress the broccoli with, so that could be good. Shake it up, Sama. Okay, here's the recipe, guys. If you do want to check it out and make some sort of explosive chicken for yourselves at home, I strongly recommend it. A little bit of effort is involved, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, either soy sauce or like some chili garlic oil just for the rice, more than anything. Sammy, what do you think? Speedway Junkie, welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. Mmm.
There's chicken dough.
So much crunch. Yeah, just Sammy. The nod. So much crunch. Do you like the peanuts in it? He added more. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. One moment. The peanut and the chili is so good together. Okay, next week, guys. Obviously, we have Super Bowl coming up. And we did get a meal request. So I'm not sure if anyone's checked out the channel points function on the stream. But for 50,000 channel points, you can request a meal for me to make on stream. Whether you're here or not, up to you. I always like to cook it when you are on stream with me. And that way we can kind of cook it together. So one of the requests from channel points is for some Super Bowl food next Sunday. So we are making all sorts of good like tailgating food. And we will be using the smoker at that point as well, as we're smoking a brisket on the Sunday for Super Bowl. Someone that we know here in town is having a party and he wanted some brisket. Oh my gosh, yes, Matt. Like spicy peanut sauce is one of my favorite condiments. Honestly, Bonkman, you could leave out the chilies in this and it's still good. It's still super good if you don't want the spice. Yes, so Nike requested, he wants barbecue meatballs, buffalo chicken wings, crab rangoon dip, and then I threw in something that I've been wanting to make is jalapeno poppers. So that's what we got going on. And then on the Saturday before that, so next Saturday, is we're gonna make some Mexican food. I've never made a mole before. I've made one in culinary school, so 9 years ago, but we've never made one on stream. So we're gonna make a mole on the Saturday. And then Friday is ramen. So good stuff coming up next week too, guys. It's true, Bonkman. Here you go, wife. I've made you a not so Szechuan chicken. Chocolate mole, yeah. So it's from the Puebla region. So it has the chocolate in it and all sorts of nuts and spices. And yes, we are doing chicken. It's gonna be yummy. Okay, so we have taken everyone else's raids today, but who are we gonna go raid? And we always do take suggestions for raids. It doesn't always have to be food and drink streamers. There we go, right off the bat. Boom, Vune with the redeem. Mrs. Champagne. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Mrs. Champagne. What does she stream, Vune? Sammy finished his bowl. Part of the Clean Plates Club. Okay, she is in Team Bonin. I'm sorry. I don't spend a lot of time on Twitch other than streaming. Just being honest. Okay, so the schedule, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for all you new peeps that watched today. Thank you for joining from Hitch's channel, as well as Claire's and Christopher Collects. So Friday ramen, Saturday chicken mole, Sunday tailgate, Super Bowl Sunday food. I think we're gonna have a blast. If you guys miss me while I'm away during the week, feel free to check out the VODs. And then I also upload everything onto my YouTube channel. So there are literally hundreds of videos that you could go through on my YouTube. And watch my Instagram as well as Facebook page for updates during the week to see what I've been up to. Thanks guys for all the new follows, subscriptions today, as well as some biddies. Okay, we're gonna go raid someone I've never raided before, Mrs. Champagne, another food and drink streamer. Take care of yourselves, guys. Oh no, well that didn't work. Oh wow. Is that a rookie mistake or what? How about we put the dash in the right spot? Hey, pro streamer. Maybe one day, Vune. That's my favorite part about cooking on Twitch, is that it's not scripted and it's not Food Network. So yes, mistakes do happen. Okay, bye guys. Take care of yourselves and love you all.